On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about prangs, the Olympics, because that's topical, and cars. So why not get into it? Jazz hands. Do-do-do-do. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Luke Who's Talking podcast with me, James. It's episode 78. Did I say that at the start? I can't remember what I said. I said things, but what I said I don't really know. Anyway, I was looking out the window just not a few moments ago, and the neighbour drove off in their vehicle, and their garage door was still going down before they left, and I thought I could go across the road and roll underneath that and be inside, and then I don't know what, but yeah, wait till your door's closed or almost closed. Anyway, so prangs. Now, on the weekend, on Sunday, I did something scandalous. I crashed my bicycle and hurty myself slightly. Yeah, I think it's more of a carpet burn type thing I've got. Anyway, but I was down at the seaport area. I was on my bike. This is, I don't know what time it was, about 9:30 maybe. And I was down there, and I made I got myself into a position where I had to make a left-hand blind turn. So because it was like a flood wall, and I was not on the boardwalk at this point, but to get on the boardwalk, you have to make a hard left, and once you get round the corner there, you can stray to the left further and go on a path, a sealed path, or you can stay on the right and go along the boardwalk. I say boardwalk, it's not actually boards, it's like plastic things these days. It used to be boards, but it's not anymore. Anyway, so I was coming around the blind left-hand, and I was fully aware that there's a good chance it's going to be people on the other side of it. Plot twist, there was. And I wanted to keep going left to go on the sealed path. Anyway, so I turned and must have turned a bit much. And I guess my bike broke traction and I hit the boards that actually aren't boards. But yeah. And anyway, so I got off and continued on. But I got home and got me bottoms off. And I was like, ooh, that's a bit... yeah, don't know about that. But it's sort of like a, how can I describe it? A carpet burn type thing. Even though I didn't actually slide anywhere. I just sort of went down, straight away, and the bicycle was on top of me. Now, here's the thing. I was on my mountain bike at the time. Now, I've not pranged the road bike, which is interesting considering I ride that on the road, and there's probably more scope to be in an incident, a crash, something, have somebody run into you or whatever on the road. Hasn't happened yet, but since I've had the mountain bike, which has been quite a number of years, this is the second time I've pranged it. So maybe I should not ride the mountain bike? Could make sense. What do you reckon about that? And also, early in the week, I got a new pair of... Yesterday, actually. Well, Tuesday. I got a pair of tights, right? Or 3/4 leggings I got. And I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to put them on. We'll try them out. However, I haven't, because I don't want to get any rubbing or friction on me ouchie. So I haven't had a chance to whip them on yet and give them a Guernsey, but yeah, so I had a little bit of a hurty on me knee, but yeah, it's okay, put a bit of whatever on there, diesel on it, and it'll sterilise it and all that jazz. But I find it interesting, you might have a wound, right, scabs up, and then you go and have a shower, or you bathe, wash your hands or whatever, and your scab sort of comes off, and it's almost like you got to start again with the healing process. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, everybody, let's get to the next segment, which is just going to be me talking about how great I think something is of sorts. Anyway, let's get into it. So, of course, you are fully aware the Olympics are on, and there's I've watched a couple of things. I didn't watch, but I did sort of follow how the road races went, to men's and the women's. But I have been following the women's soccer tournament because the Matildas, the Australian team, well, at this point, look, here's the situation. So I'm recording this right on Tuesday. Now, on Thursday night, the Matildas are going to play the United States for an opportunity to win a bronze medal. So when you're hearing this on what day? Friday. Wow. They've either won a bronze medal or they finished fourth in the tournament. And you know how I said that I'm recording this on Tuesday? That's actually wrong because today's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. So I'm recording this Wednesday. They're playing tomorrow night, which you're going to hear this on Friday. So they're playing tomorrow night for a bronze medal. But when you hear this on Friday, even though the game's happened, I don't know if they've won a medal or not. However, I will say they played Sweden for an opportunity to get to the gold medal game. I thought they played pretty well. They did have a goal disallowed by apparently controversial circumstances. However, when the ball was down the Swedish end, at one point, I think they might have been taking a corner, if I remember correctly. The referee did make like the same call they made at our end that disallowed our goal. And I remember the whoever was doing the commentary, like a real smart-assy sort of thing, was like, oh, well, geez, at least she's consistent, or whatever. Like, oh, okay. So they had a goal disallowed. Sweden also had a goal disallowed because they were offside, and then they scored it was like one of those 50-50 goals. So they lost 1-0. Now, I think Sweden probably would have won anyway because, spoilers, they're a better team. However, that said, I think we're a good chance to beat America because we played America in the group stage, and we did draw 0-0 with them, and America played Canada to get into the gold medal match, and the Canadians obviously won the game. But if you work off the rankings, right, Canada are only placed one spot ahead of Australia, or the Matildas. That said, America are number one, and Sweden, I think, are fourth. But I think Sweden are probably better. So, we did play Sweden in the group stage as well and lost 4-2. So, I think, look, if they can get a bronze, that's great. But I think they've done a great job anyway to get as far as they have. The worst they can do is finish fourth. And I think they've done the Matildas, the ladies soccer team. I think they've done a great job. And this is if you're talking about sports teams, right? I think that the ladies of a women's soccer team's better than the men's team, so I've just sort of support them a bit more. If it's interesting, if they played a game in my town, right, I probably wouldn't go and watch the men play, but I'd probably more likely go and watch the girls play because I sort of backed them a bit more. And yeah, it's just a bit interesting, that, isn't it? I don't know. It's like, oh, girls. Oh, I don't know. I just think they're better, if I'm honest. And they play pretty well. And I think the girls are ranked 9th or something in the world. Now, on the FIFA rankings, I don't know how well you can sort of take into account rankings, but they're ranked, I think, 9th. And the guys are 40 something or rather. But, and I think, considering we're not really a football or soccer nation, I think they do a great job. That said, it's interesting, United States, they're ranked, I think they're currently number first, but, and the United States isn't really a soccering nation, but the women's soccer team's really good. But, yeah, anyway, so just a little bit of love there for the Matildas. I think they're doing a great job. But getting behind your team. And look, I saw on the interwebs, Twitter, after the game, robbed by that referee decision. I mean, it just seems so hard at times for people to say the other team was better. I mean, there's always like an excuse that, we were actually better, but we lost because of a dodgy referee decision. I think, if you're putting it down to that, I don't know. They had opportunities to get another goal. Like, they had opportunities to get a goal. It's not like that it was their only chance they had to get a goal, sort of thing. They had opportunities to get other ones. So I feel at times, if I'm honest, saying the referee's done a bad job's a lazy excuse. Everybody's an armchair expert. I find it I was just thinking that, if you ever watch sports, right, they never have somebody who used to be a referee or an umpire, like, on the commentary team. It's always washed up players, or maybe somebody who used to be a coach. It's never somebody who used to be a referee on there to be like, well, that's actually, Imagine doing like an offside. You've got to be looking at where the defenders are, where the ball is, how it's all, like, you've got to look at a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on there. So I think it's easy for people on TV to be ragging on it. And of course, armchair experts to be like, but if something happens, you're the referee, you got to make a decision now, and you're either going to make apparently a right one or a wrong one. I mean, you've made a decision. Good on you. Anyway, that's just a bit of a rant there for you. Oh, and also, before we get into the next segment, here's a thing for you. So the Australian basketball team, I don't know who came up with this name, but they're called the Boomers. Yep, just think about that for a jiff. Anyway, we'll get back. We'll get to the next bit. Welcome back, everybody. So on episode 75, if you'll remember, if you go back a couple, you may remember I talked about going and test driving a vehicle. Yeah, apparently. Episode 75 jump, I talked about test driving a vehicle. Anyway, so last week I went and said I'll have one of those vehicles. So I've got a vehicle coming, new vehicle, but it's not going to be here until sort of late September, early October. The guy was like, I'd probably prefer to say early October, if I'm honest. I wouldn't be making any promises about when the car's going to get here. So I was like, fine, cool, excellent. I mean, like, I don't need a car, really. But so getting an upgrade, getting a vehicle I feel is probably a bit more cohesive to my needs currently in life. At the time when I got my current vehicle, I just didn't, I don't know. It was okay to learn driving and all that sort of stuff but I guess needs, that's the word I'm after, needs have changed a little bit. So, new vehicle coming, exciting. And hopefully that will, I don't know if it will or not, but my head says it's going to enable a few more exploring opportunities for me. And also that means I could utilize that for hopefully more delicious vlog content for you. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I might do a video on the car when it gets here. I'm not sure, but it's going to take a month, 6 weeks or so to get here. 2 months, whatever. It's going to take a while to get here. So I've said to the guy, I was like, well, I don't need a car now, so it'll take as long as it takes. So that's exciting stuff. So so if you want to sponsor me so I can pay off this vehicle, please do. You can send me a check, or you can send me a money order. You can email me at LukeWho'sTalkingPod@gmail.com. Do that, or send me a tweet with your account details, and then wire me some dough. Anyway, everybody, we'll jingle it and wrap it up after this. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening to this episode of the podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just here talking about stuff. I feel I need to sass it up a bit. I mean, like I don't know. What have I had? Like when a reality shows going bad, what do? Or they have like an intruder. Or like, secret intruders coming in to disrupt the house. Who's going to get kicked out by Jim? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I need that. I don't know. Maybe I could just take like a week off and somebody else could do the show. If you want to do the show, send me an email. Lukey'sTalkingPod@gmail.com, and you could do that. We'll have guest spots. There you go. You can just do the show for like a week, and then somebody else can do it for next time. There you go. If you want to, or send me Twitter. Send me a tweet at @L_who's talking. Is that what we are? Yeah. Anyway, I was like, is that what the Twitter is? I don't know. Anyway, everybody, look, thanks for watching. If you're watching this, you can probably only see my head because I'm got a dark jumper on and whatever else. But anyway, look, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you all next time. Awesome. Thank you.